Work hard, play hard, homeboy, everybody ain't calling out. Got a mouthpiece from the southeast, if you want scrap, stall him out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then I feel good, man, I'm balling out. I'm a rich man with a rich fam, Christ bars got me out of mama house. And I bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Big God, big grace. Big God, big grace. Big God, big grace. Big God, big grace. Bless God, give thanks. Bless.
What's good, baby? It's your partner looking oh so fresco clean. You see that thing, baby? Now, man, take that damn picture. Welcome, guys, to the Countermove podcast where we kind of lean in a little bit in a certain situation or context, lean in and invite in some wise counsel, and we reason together and come up with some solutions, guys, benefit everybody, guys. So welcome, guys. Thank you for investing the time with me, guys. If you could, guys, do me a favor, subscribe no matter what channel that you're watching this on, no matter what platform you're watching it on. Subscribe to our channel, guys. This helps us with the algorithm, and I think you guys are going to like the subject that we are talking about today, man. And this kind of falls right into kind of my wheelhouse a little bit. It is concerning former President Donald Trump. Here's the big thing, guys. His taxes have been released. Man, there was a lot of hubbub, a lot of uproar throughout the campaign, throughout his presidency, of him releasing his tax returns. Well, during the previous Congress, what actually happened was this Congress wanted to see what was going on with his taxes. And so the Democrat-controlled Congress kind of went through the court process, and the Supreme Court ruled that he needed to show his taxes, which is kind of unprecedented a little bit. That's never been done before, but it was ruled that way. And so they got access to 6 years of his tax returns. Well, guys, I thought it'd be wise for us to let's take a look what's in that thing, man. There was a video that a EA, which is also a kind of a CPA but on steroids, actually did a video unpacking all of what's in his taxes, and we see exactly what's in the documentation. So, guys, let's lean in, reason a little bit, guys, and let's see what's going on with this tax situation, guys. I think you're going to be surprised at what you kind of see. So let's lean in and reason together. Let's just jump into this thing.
Former President Donald Trump's tax returns have been quite the hot button issue ever since he ran for president in 2016. Throughout his campaign and during his presidency, Donald Trump bragged about his business acumen and his ability to minimize his tax obligations by using the tax code to his advantage. Yeah. However, despite a large amount of bragging, he refused to release his tax returns to the public. But now, after a long legal battle, the House Ways and the Means Committee, which is led by Democrats, was able to release 6 years of Trump's tax returns for the years of 2015 through the tax years of 2020. In this video, I'm going to explain the key details of Trump's tax returns. I'm going to go over all the important tax documents and everything that you would want to know regarding his tax situation. And Trump's income and taxes will be uncovered during this video. So please make sure you stay to the end of this video if you would like to know how he pays the least amount of taxes possible.
Guys, this video is very good because it goes into deep detail on each year of his taxes, to be honest with you. He breaks it down extremely well and unbiased too.
Let's dive in. All right, guys, the first thing we're going to talk about is Trump's income taxes between the years of 2015 and 2020. I'm going to break it down year by year so you have a better idea of what taxes he paid and what his tax liability was for each of those years. Let's begin with the tax year 2015. In the tax year of 2015, Trump and his wife declared a negative income of $31.7 million. So we'll talk about how you can declare negative income in a second. So this means that his taxable income was obviously going to be at $0. Okay. But they still paid federal income taxes that year. In that year, they paid federal income taxes of $641,931.
So this is eye-opening because a lot of what I hear on one side of the aisle is he or the rich are not paying any federal income tax. Well, in 2015, he paid federal income tax. Here you go.
So they didn't escape taxes the year of 2015, but they did report negative income in 2015. Let's jump over to the tax year of 2016. For 2016, Donald Trump declared negative income of $32 million.
Wow.
So this was becoming a commonality for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Their taxable income for this year, as you guessed it, was at $0.
And some people may be asking, why is it zero? Remember, terms and definitions are pivotal. It's called income tax. Okay. Income tax. Okay.
So in 2015, negative 31.7 million. Taxable income was at $0.
Yeah.
The amount of Fed taxes paid was $641,931. In 2016, they reported a negative 32.2, let me get it correct, $32.2 million in negative income, and their taxable income was at $0 as well that year. Now, this is going to be a little bit surprising to you.
Yeah.
The total amount of Fed taxes that were paid that year was only $750. Okay.
Look at that, y'all. So if you look at 2015 and 2016, 2015, he paid $641,000. Okay. And then in 2016, he paid $750. Okay. Both years he had negative income. He's going to go into detail how you make that happen. Here we go.
Okay. So you could see there's a difference. In 2015, Trump reported negative income of 31.7 million. Taxable income was $0, but he paid federal taxes of $641,931. He jumped over to 2016 year, had another negative year of $32.2 million. His taxable income was still at $0, but this year, his federal balance dropped down to $750.
Crazy.
Guess I'm going to explain how that happened.
Yes.
Let's jump over to year 2017. Now that we're in year 2017, Trump declared negative, and I know you guys are probably already knowing that this was going to be another negative number.
Yeah.
Trump declared negative 12.8 million in negative income, which means, of course, again, taxable income was at $0.
Zero, yeah.
And here's what I want you to know about this year of 2017.
What?
In the year of 2017, Trump also had a federal tax balance of only $750.
Yeah.
So this is where the Democratic Party started to get a little confused here. Like, how is somebody reporting negative losses, is a billionaire, owns so many businesses, owns so much real estate, and manages to squeak by only paying $750 in federal taxes, right?
Again, it's called income tax. Understand these terms, guys. I know some people may be getting upset. Just wait, hold on.
So this is what's happened so far from 2015, 2016, 2017. He's reporting negative. Now, 2017, it jumped down by half. Okay, so he's losing some of his ability to claim losses when he jumped down to 2017. But what happened in 2018, guys? What happened in 2018? Do you guys remember the Tax Cuts Jobs Act?
Yeah.
So this is the bill right here, and we're very proud of it.
In 2018, when Donald Trump did that big tax overhaul. So during that year, Trump reported $24.4 million in total income.
Yeah.
Of this $24.4 million.
So now it went from negative in 2017, negative 12.8 million. Now it's a positive 24.4 million. So income now. Okay.
22.9 million of this was taxable income that year that he jumped into office and did the whole Tax Cuts Jobs Act.
Yeah.
Now, the amount of federal taxes was only $999,466. Yes, $999,466.
So it jumped.
Yes.
It jumped.
That was how much Trump paid in federal taxes in 2018.
It jumped.
So this, these numbers might be confusing you as a taxpayer watching this. Like, how do you go from a year where you're reporting all these losses, and then you're in a year where you are reporting income, but then you're only paying like $1 million in taxes, but you have taxable income of 22.9.
Be patient.
We'll get around to all that.
Be patient.
But let's jump over to 2019. We still have 2 more years to discuss. 2019 and 2020 are the 2 last years that we had access to. In the year of 2019, Donald Trump declared $4.44 million.
Okay.
In taxable income, or sorry, in total income, $4.4 million.
Yeah.
in total income. 2.97 million
It's taxable.
was taxable.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we jumped over to the 2018 year. He's still positive. He reported positive 4.4 million as his total income now that he's president. Taxable income of 2.97.
Yeah.
Between him and his spouse, they paid $133,445 in taxes.
Okay. They paid taxes.
Okay.
Paid taxes.
So
2 years in a row.
He had some years where he paid no taxes, had some years where he paid $750 in taxes. Now we have a year where he's paying about $133,000 in taxes.
Yeah.
Bottom line is, we all know that Donald Trump is sitting on a lot of money and he's not paying as much income taxes as many of us. So what is he doing? We'll continue to learn more.
Yes.
All right, let's jump into year 2020. For 2020, the former president and his wife declared a negative income in the year of 2020. The negative income amount was $4.69 million.
Okay.
And of which taxable income for the year of 2020, he had $0 in taxable income.
Zero.
And
no income.
he paid $0 in Fed taxes for the year of 2020. And his refund this year, in the year of 2020, he actually got a federal tax refund. His refund that he received back from the government, which means the government gave him money back, was $5.47 million.
So wait a minute. So now in 2020, negative again, 4.69 million, taxable because it's income, so he's no income to be taxed, so it's negative. Taxable zero, Fed taxes zero, okay, and the government gave a refund of $5.47 million. I don't know about you, I have never met anyone that got a tax refund of $5.4 million. Man, it's off the chain, man.
Question, put it down in the comments.
Wow.
Put it down in the comments. How many of you guys have received back a $5 million tax refund? Put that in the comments if you have. Put in the comments if you received a $4 million tax refund, or a 3, or a 2, or a $1 million tax refund. I just want to know if there's anybody who's received 7-figure tax refunds. That is some big money coming back.
To be transparent, I've gotten a large amount of money back from the government from a tax refund because what I do with real estate, but it's nowhere near 5.4 million. It's not. I'm not even in the ballpark. That's crazy, boy. Wow, that's off the chain. I want to see this.
To you. So let's do a quick recap. In 2015, he reported negative income of $31.7 million, $0 taxable income, but he owed money to the IRS, $641,931. We jumped down to the year of 2016, where he's reporting again negative income of $32.2 million, taxable income of $0. Federal taxes in the year of 2016 were only $750.
Wow.
He also was able to repeat the same strategy in the year of 2017, reporting negative income with taxable income of $0. And then he went back to reporting taxable income again in 2018, of where his total income was $24.4 million, taxable of $22.9. Federal taxes were $999,466. We jumped down to 2019. He's reporting again positive income of $4.44 million, taxable income of $2.97. His taxes in 2019 were only $133,445 to the feds. And then in 2020, negative income, he jumped back into negative status of $4.69 million, taxable income of $0, 0 taxes owed to the IRS. And the IRS gave him a refund amount of $5.47
That's crazy.
million.
That's crazy,
ladies and gentlemen.
man.
This is how the system works.
Yes.
Now,
all this is legal. All this is legal. Okay. There's no laws that were actually broken. He's just using the tax laws as what it needs to be. Come to me real fast. Again, all this is legal. All of it is. And you're finna see in a second how legal it is. So watch this, y'all. Watch. Here we go. Let's go back to it. Let's go.
let's talk a little bit about Trump's response to his tax returns being released, because this man was not happy about the government digging into his returns and the Democrats wanting to get access to everything, and it kind of thwarted his plans. After his tax returns were released, former President Trump put out a statement in which he condemned the Democrats and the Supreme Court for allowing his tax returns to ever be released. He also warned that the forcing of presidential tax returns to be released and to be carefully examined of the financial affairs of elected officials is a two-way street, hinting that it could end up backfiring on the Democrats at some point in the future.
That's a
what he was
possibility.
hinting at. Now, in addition to the comments that he had said, he also said this. The Trump tax returns once again show how proudly successful I have been and how I have been able to use depreciation and other various tax deductions as an incentive for creating thousands of jobs and magnificent structures and enterprises.
Listen to what he just said. Listen to what he just said. Listen. Depreciation and various other tax deductions. Okay? It's the system.
I get behind that statement, guys,
Yes.
because I use depreciation to do the
Me
exact same
too.
things, and
Me
I'm teaching
too.
my clients to do the exact same things as well. So with that statement, and based on the way the laws are currently written, I do get behind that statement.
Yes.
Now, let's analyze Trump's tax returns.
Let's go to
Looking
it.
at the Trump tax returns reveals a lot of interesting information.
Yes.
For example, it reveals a fairly consistent pattern that Trump makes millions of dollars in interest and investments,
Yes.
and then claims millions of dollars in business losses just about every single year.
Yep.
Then usually he ends up paying a very small amount of taxes because his
Yep.
business losses drastically reduces his adjusted gross income.
Yep.
In fact, I'm just going to explain this. Despite his net worth of billions of dollars and the
Yes.
fact that he owns businesses around the world that generate tens of millions of dollars in revenue every single year for years on end, Trump is paying nothing, almost nothing in federal income taxes.
That is correct.
And some people just find this so irritating, and I'm not going to comment on it now. However, others find it very intriguing, which I do. Could it really be true that Trump actually understands the United States tax laws better than anyone else does? And
I have to agree with this statement. He and his team have a thorough understanding of the U.S. tax code, a thorough understanding. And you finna see why in a second. This is a great video. Hope you have your pens and papers out because he's teaching you guys something.
And has commonly bragged about it. Is that true? Is it true that he is using clever strategies to pay tiny amounts of taxes while earning and keeping tens of millions of dollars every single year?
Yes.
Well, one strategy that he appears to be taking full advantage of that he has mentioned in responses over and over and over and over again is depreciation. Depreciation deductions are commonly used by the wealthy. Wealthy people invest in real estate to lower their tax burdens. I speak about
depreciation, guys, is a phenomenal tool when implemented the right way with the right wise counsel around you, instructing you on how to get it done. Man, it's so much you can do with depreciation, man.
Speak about this almost at the beginning and the end of every single YouTube video. Now, considering that Trump is a well-known real estate tycoon, very well-known real estate tycoon, it makes sense that he would use depreciation as his primary strategy to avoiding taxes.
That's correct.
How does the real estate depreciation work? This is where I like to insert myself into this entire conversation.
Come on, brother. Talk to
how
us.
exactly does depreciation work? How has Trump used depreciation to lower his taxes? Basically, people who qualify as real estate professionals, and I'm going to explain, are allowed to deduct the entire cost of the property, the wear and tear, the expenses over a certain amount of years.
That is 100% correct. But there's a tenure for doing it as well. He's going to go into that. He's spot on.
Okay. Now, stick with me on this because so many people will never be able to use depreciation because they're going to look at this part of the conversation and say, this is not for me. I can't learn this stuff. This is too complex. I'm not meant to have this stuff. Please stick with me on this part of the train.
Yes.
For residential real estate, the time period is 27.5 years. That has not changed. It has not changed since I've been born.
Exactly.
The time period is 27 and a half years for residential real estate. For commercial real estate, it is 39 years. The government allows you to write off the entire building over those two amounts, 27 and a half, 39 years. Now, claiming depreciation losses for real estate helps to offset earned income.
Yes, earned. Remember, it's called income tax. Earned income. Depreciation helps eat up all that earned income, guys. Oh, it's wonderful, man.
Income. Let me repeat. Earned income. Trump also took advantage of something called cost segregation studies.
Yes.
Cost segregation studies are a tool. How many of you guys love tools? How many of you guys love resources? How many of you guys feel like the wealthy class have more tools and resources than the middle and lower classes? Cost segregation studies are a tool that the real estate investors use to accelerate depreciation for certain non-structural components of a building.
This dude is preaching right now, man. I'm loving this video, man. He preaching. Y'all, hope y'all taking notes because he giving y'all some jewels.
Carlton, can you explain to me what a non-structural component of a building is? Because I don't know. I didn't get taught this stuff in class. Of course, neither of us did. Let's go over this right now so we can walk away with this information. Non-structural components of a building includes light fixtures.
Yep.
It includes appliances
Yep.
like washers, dryers. It includes flooring and floorboards. So in other words, cost segregation studies allow real estate investors to claim higher levels
Yes.
of depreciation losses
Yes.
for a period of time. Now, you might be thinking, is it a random period of time? No, it's not a random period of time. The government also created different rules around what the periods of time are going to be. There is a 5-year period, a 7-year period,
Yes.
a 10-year period,
Yes.
a 15-year period, and what we've already discussed, 27.5-year and 39-year.
Yes.
So understanding this will help real estate investors like Donald Trump to lower their tax burden even further every single year.
Every year.
Now, as a seasoned real estate investor, someone who's been doing this for a while, someone who owns a wide variety of properties around the world,
Yes.
it is essentially a certainty that Trump is using this real estate depreciation deduction strategy to the fullest advantage that the IRS allows.
Yes.
Now, this is one of the main reasons why he is able to reduce his taxable income every single year.
All the time.
I also want to talk to you about what other strategies.
So guys, come back to me real quickly. What he's talking about, I do every single year with my accounting team, my CPA team. I do this all the time. So he's preaching to the choir when it comes to me. I hope you guys are writing this stuff down. Now, I know it's a lot of information he's given to you. Hey, don't panic. Don't panic. Because I'm going to tie it in the bowl of how you don't have to know all of this information, okay? Just hold on. Hold on. Be patient. Be patient. Let's keep going, guys. This is so good. So good. And all legal. All legal. Here we go. Let's go back to it, y'all.
Could Trump be using to minimize his taxes outside of just real estate? Trump is a owner or a co-owner of hundreds of different business entities.
Yes.
A large percentage of these entities are pass-through entities.
Yep.
Yes, I'm going to explain what that means. By structuring many of his businesses as pass-through entities, he's able to avoid a tremendous amount of corporate taxes that he would otherwise have to pay. Okay. So this is because unlike certain types of corporations, with pass-through entities, the income flows through the businesses to the owners. This allows the owner to escape double taxation by filing tax returns for a corporation and then paying taxes on the amount of money you made from the corporation over here separate. That's what happens with a C corporation. There's double taxation. So Donald Trump uses a lot of flow through entities where all the income flows over to his personal tax returns, where he can use his personal real estate and all of his personal investments and use accelerated depreciation to offset the tax bill.
Brilliant. That is brilliant. Wonderful. Awesome, guys. He just blessed y'all with a jewel, man. Rewind this and play it again if you understand. He just blessed you guys with a whole strategy.
Now, other strategies that Trump uses to minimize his taxes are called NOL carrybacks and NOL carry forwards. NOL stands for net operating loss. Let's just pause for a second. If you're sticking with me right now, I'm proud of you. This is a lot of tax jargon. I'm not trying to throw a bunch at you. I'm trying to simplify something that is so complex that it seems to me like no one wants to talk about on the internet. No one's on the internet sitting here talking about taxes and how the wealthy are leveraging the tax system. I just wanted to take the time to show you this. This right here is like, I geek out, I nerd out over this stuff. I just want to make sure it makes sense to you. NOL stands for net operating loss. So an NOL carryback is when a net operating loss is carried back into an earlier tax year.
Yep.
And an NOL carry forward is when a net operating loss is carried forward into a later tax year.
Yes.
So what this means is that Donald Trump is essentially able to move business losses from one year to a different year in order to optimize his tax savings and optimize paying back loans. This is just another legal strategy. By the way, all this is legal. This is just another legal strategy that he has used to reduce his tax burden year after year after year. I copy a lot of the same tactics, so I don't want you to feel like I'm not implementing the same things as well, guys. You guys all have access to this information now. Now, in addition to using pass-through entities, real estate depreciation, NOL carrybacks, NOL carryforwards, Trump's army of accountants and lawyers also look for any and all possible tax deductions, tax credits, and loopholes that he and his businesses might be eligible for on a yearly basis.
I want you to understand what you just said, guys. I know a lot of people are saying this is a lot of information, and it is. I want to be sensitive to that reality, but I want you to hear what he just said. What he just said was not Trump's accounting team. Let me say it again. Not Donald Trump, his accounting team, wise counsel. Okay, I'm gonna unpack that here at the end, but I want you to understand Trump knows a little. He knows a little about a lot. Okay, does that make sense? I'm gonna break that down. I want to go in, but he's not done. He's almost done, guys. But I'm trying to tell you guys, he's blessing you guys with the power of understanding the tax code and how it actually works and how it can benefit you. All right, we're almost done, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. Let's go.
People like Trump are going to get audited every single year. They're not surprised by that. He has his own accounting teams. He's going to hire.
So again, Trump and his accounting teams understand that every year he's going to get audited potentially. So they go ahead and pre-audit before the official audit actually happens. That's brilliant strategy. Wonderful.
Hire his own accountants to audit his own stuff way before the IRS ever gets to it. So let's just start off there. Now, Trump uses everything from research to development credits. These types of tax credits give him money back. He's also investing out of the country. He gets foreign tax credits.
So he's mentioning tax credits, guys. Whenever you look at these bills, and I'm gonna use, I think the Inflation Reduction Act. There's a lot of green energy tax credits there, guys. Really in the development stages or in technology as well. With that technology tax credits, or is the government saying we're giving you an incentive for the entrepreneur to make that investment to develop what is needed for society to move forward, which is great. In exchange for that risk, we give you a tax credit, or we give you that money back when you actually file your taxes. Brilliant, guys. Oh, brilliant. Here we go.
He gets general business credits. He's getting oil and gas credits that many taxpayers may not have ventured into yet.
Yes.
And this all contributes to him reducing his overall tax burden. Now, to conclude this video, because I don't want your emotions to get jaded, I'm just sharing information with you. Trump's tax returns have been released. And there's a lot of controversy over the man himself. Some people think he's a genius. Some people think he's a tax cheat. But here's what I want you to think. Regardless of what's going on, in my opinion, he's a good example of someone who has used the tax code to his advantage. Point blank, period. Okay. You can, bash the comment sections about all the stuff that he has done outside of that. But when it comes to the tax code, he has figured out how to use it to his advantage to protect his family. Now, in particular, he's made excellent use of the depreciation deduction. I'm a big fan of the depreciation deduction, which is why I have a whole little training down below that teaches you how to use depreciation in the program Tax Alchemy, which is also on the logo. This might even on my t-shirt. That's all I teach on is how to use depreciation to offset your ordinary income. If you're a W-2 taxpayer, if you're a 1099 taxpayer, and you're thinking, I can't do this stuff, you're absolutely crazy. Yes, you can. Every single day, I'm teaching other real estate investors how to purchase real estate to offset their W-2 and 1099 income. And I know how to do it without even becoming a real estate professional. You don't have to spend 750 hours and show the government you're spending more time in real estate than any other thing. There are other ways around the passive activity loss rules that will allow for you to use losses to offset your W-2 and 1099 income. I'd love to be a teacher to help you with that. Now, as always, thank you guys so much for watching.
So, guys, his name is Carlton Dennis. Okay, Carlton Dennis. That's the young man that was presenting that phenomenal information. Phenomenal information. I agree with him. Trump and his team have correctly implemented these strategies to decrease his tax liability, mitigate his risk, but at the exact same time protecting his family. It's simple, guys. You saw he got a $5.4 million tax refund. I've never heard of that before in my life, but it was phenomenal to see that. It can be done. Okay, it can be done. Now, I know what people are going to be saying. I'm not Donald Trump. I'm not him. Guys, me neither. But I used a lot of what he talked about already. Not on a lot of real estate by God's grace, but the exact same time, I use the exact same strategies. I have a team of accountants, okay, and people that actually counsel me on what to do when it comes to real estate investing to decrease my tax liability, guys. The tax code, guys, it's called a code for a reason. It's a code, okay? Those that know the code will maximize its benefits. It's that simple, guys. So here we go, guys. So what's the counter move for you? Okay. What's the counter move for you? I have 3 things that I say, guys, all the time. Okay. And if you watched any previous video that I've done, you'll know these 3. Okay. I call it peep it, sweep it, and then keep it. All right. Let me say it again for the folk in the back row. Peep it, sweep it, then keep it, guys. No, let's go through these real fast. What I mean by, by peep it, simple. Examine your current situation. That's the peep it. Where are you at? Are you a W-2 worker, or you're a 1099 worker, or you're an entrepreneur, or you're a real estate professional, or you a big business guy, or you someone that's growing your business, kind of a small business guy? What is your current situation? You got to pick where you're at first, okay? Before you can prescribe a solution, you got to know where you're at initially first, all right? Let's go to sweep it. Invite in wise counsel. Okay, guys, that's the sweepy portion. You can't be cheap here, okay? Those that want to be cheap have already checked out. I'm sorry, guys. You want to be cheap and checked out, that's fine. But the one thing that myself does, Brian Adams and Patrick Bet-David, Donald Trump, things of that nature, Matt Sapala, what we do is we invest the capital into making sure we have the right wise counsel from a legal perspective, a tax perspective, a structural perspective. We have that in place. You may say that I don't know where to even go there. No problem. Reach out to your partner. There are cheap ways for you to begin doing this up front where you get that type of wide counsel, but you have to put down a pretty large retainer. Now, I want you to grow to that, to that you actually are retaining wise counsel as far as retaining with a $2, $3, $4, $5,000 retainer. There's places where you can begin to start initially where if you don't have that amount of capital, okay, you don't have to do that. But also, I would also say, let me go back to the people side. My bad, guys. To the people side real fast. A lot of people, one thing that I always say is, what do you have in your hand? Okay. I'm going to say this, and I say this to a friend of mine. He has a great credit score. And I said, what are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? Do you want to just look at it as a scoreboard saying, look at my credit score? It's phenomenal. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? Now, some people may say, I don't have a good credit score, Adele. It's not as good as I want it to be. No problem. Who do you know you can partner with? Joint ventures. What do you have in your hand? Peep it. What you got? What you got? This is not a year of excuses. Let's get out of this excuses lane. What do you have? People, what you got? All right. So we went to the sweep it. If I didn't know wise counsel, guys. Now let's go to the keep it stage. Seek to implement the tax strategies that benefit you with your wise counsel around you, okay? You're going to have to begin to get off the sidelines, stop being afraid. That's why you have the wise counsel, and begin to implement these strategies. If you don't know where to begin, DM me, guys. No problem. If you're a real estate professional, you don't know where to begin. If you actually want to begin investing in real estate, DM me, guys. On all platforms, just DM me. DM me, and my team can help you to begin your real estate journey. If you want to begin investing in real estate, you want to learn about it, get the education. We got to know. We even invest our own capital to help you to begin buying real estate, because in this year of 2023 and 2024, my team, we were extremely aggressive in buying real estate because we're getting those deals. So again, seek to implement the tax strategies that benefit you. You can only do that if you widen the circle, guys, and invite that wise counsel. Don't be, I would say, be afraid, but begin to walk in faith. Don't allow that you being afraid to veer into stress. Accept the pressure, widen the circle, inviting the wise counsel. Let's lean in, reason together, and prescribe the right solution that's best for you. Does that make sense, guys? You are one decision away from changing your life. Just one decision, guys. So, guys, it's called, guys, a wealth strategy. You can only strategize properly if you invite in that wise counsel to assist you in strategizing. Guys, I have attorneys, I have accountants, I have GCs, I have appraisers, I have inspectors, I have realtors, I have LOs, loan officers, loan originators, net branches. I have financial planners all on my squad, guys. Because why? I need that wise counsel to counsel me on what to do in certain strategies. Okay, I'm doing a lot of new construction, a lot of acquisitions of apartment complexes. I need a team to assist me in making the wise decision. If you're by yourself a lone ranger, you will get crushed. You're gonna get crushed. Invited that wise counsel, guys, so we can reason together, guys. So, hey, guys, give me your thoughts. Tell me what you think about this, man. Was this helpful, guys? I thought this would be helpful for everyone concerning taxes and using President Trump as an example, guys. And I wanted you to look at it from a tax standpoint alone, guys. Okay, and yes, you too can take advantage of these exact same strategies, guys. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time. God bless you. And you know how I end every single time I get on the camera, because you love looking at me. Before you leave, and while you can, take that damn picture and give it to your mama and him, y'all. Now say it with your chest. Now holla at your pot.